OCO, good afternoon. Welcome back. This is our 17th annual Conference of Community Leaders Awards Banquet. I trust that everyone had an outstanding afternoon with all the sessions that took place virtual. Thank you for being here with us on this beautiful Saturday. And we are just so grateful for each and every one of you for tuning in, joining, participating. Again, all of the sessions have been recorded and they will be available, and they will announce that very soon. So thank you. Spread the word to your family and friends. Let them know the good work that was done here today. And again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your participation, your thoughts, and your prayers. Let's go to our Father in God, a moment of prayer. And let's observe, if we would please, friends and family, a moment of silence for our families that are suffering loss of family members, relatives, friends due to this pandemic. A moment of silence, please. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you on this beautiful Saturday that is ours to enjoy all the blessings, the family, the friends, colleagues, our elders, our children, our grandchildren, our health. Thank you for everything that is ours to enjoy. We're so appreciative of this gathering that we have here today, the 17th Annual Conference of Community Leaders. And as we come to a close with our awards banquet, just thank you for this opportunity together to enjoy conversation, to enjoy fellowship. And again, we know that families are suffering on today. We know that many of our relatives might be in the hospitals. Just ask that you be with them. Heal them. We know that the power of prayer is so powerful, and we can always turn and look to you for guidance, and know that we can always talk to you any time of the day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. We know that we have this avenue of prayer, and our people, our Cherokee people, our Cherokee people, are praying people. And so we're uplifting all those families right now that are mourning, that have family members fighting this pandemic, fighting this disease. And so we're with them in spirit. Thank you for everything that is ours to enjoy. We thank you for the bounty. We thank you for our homes. We thank you for our jobs. We thank you for this opportunity to be with our Cherokee people. Dear God, just a special prayer for our leaders, our principal chief, his family, our deputy chief and his family, our tribal council. The work that they do does not go unnoticed. We notice it each and every day. The time, commitment that they have put into their jobs, away from their families. Just ask a blessing for our tribal leaders as they lead us on down this road, our own journey. And again, Father God, we just thank you for our families, our children, and our grandchildren. Be with our elders. Be with our servicemen and servicewomen as they serve our country. Be with the families who the moms and dads and the brothers and sisters who have servicemen, who have brothers and sisters that are serving our country as they're away from their family members. It's just a special blessing for our military families. Again, Father God, thank you for this gathering. Thank you for the food that we have enjoyed today. Thank you for the meals that we are able to gather around a table and enjoy company and fellowship. So thank you for that. Again, thank you for our four-legged friends, the birds that inhabit and fly the sky. Thank you for the water that we're able to drink. And all these things we ask in your Son's precious, holy name. Amen. Again, welcome to the 17th Annual Conference of Community Leaders, our awards banquet. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it's been a wonderful day. It's been a busy day. And I just want to take a moment to commend the office of CCO for the wonderful work. Their staff, they put a lot of hard work and effort into putting this program together. And they did a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. Something of this magnitude takes a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of cooperation, and they achieved that today with a resounding success. So thank you, CCO, to their leadership, to their staff, to the technical support. Ron, thank you for everything. That has been a smooth sailing this afternoon and into this evening with the awards banquet. Also, just to note, there is a memorial PowerPoint for those that we have lost over this past year. It is on the website, so be sure and check that out. It's very moving and a touching tribute to those that have gone on. Now, friends and family, once again, I'm honored to introduce our Principal Chief, Chuck Hoskin, Jr. I read some of his bio this morning, and Chief is just an outstanding person, a true friend to our people, a true friend to all Cherokees, both here in the service area and at large. The demands on his time, I can't imagine how he does it, but he does it, and he does it gratefully and humbly, serving our people. And I recall too that the Chief is a father and a husband first, and he's also our Principal Chief. So our thoughts and prayers, Chief, are with you and your family. So I'm going to turn it over to you again, my friend. Chief, thank you for your participation, for all that you do. Wado from all of us. But Principal Chief, go right ahead.
Wado, Mark, Siona God, it's so wonderful to be with you this evening. I trust it's been a wonderful and productive and engaging day. I had a chance to watch some of the meetings today, and I just commend CCO for adapting to this challenging environment where we've got to stay safe and in some ways isolated, but we can stay connected. And the technology they've used, I think, has helped us stay together. You're getting ready to conclude the CCO conference, and organizations will receive awards. Certainly, it's something we can all celebrate. Collectively, what we've done as Cherokee people during the past year has been something very meaningful to all of us, because collectively is how we've gotten through so much of the difficult times in our history, and collectively is how we have seized so many opportunities. We're still doing that, and I think the sense from this conference today is that those principles, those ideas are still very much alive, and they're very vital. And the idea of community resilience is something that's just central to Cherokee life and needs to be. So what I would ask you as community leaders in what follows this conference, which is as important as today, what you do after this conference, is in the short term, help us deal with this terrible crisis that we're in. With all of the plans that we have, all of the aspirations that we have for our people, day to day, we're gripped by the worst public health crisis in living memory. It overlays and it's a backdrop against everything that we do. And so as we go forward, our success, and we have enjoyed success, I have to say, in working against this virus and protecting our people. I think we've done well, but we've done well because we've worked together. I would ask for your help. You are community leaders. What you do locally in your community and what you do even on social media, the messages that you help us send really can make a difference in people's lives. At Cherokee Nation, we made a decision early on that we would be following public health. And when we follow public health, we undertake measures to protect people. We can't do it simply from Tahlequah. We need your help. And so to the extent that you can help your friends and neighbors stay safe, whether it's helping them understand the dangers of the virus around them, or even helping us get out supplies like masks and other things, please continue to do that. But the other thing is this: the work of the Cherokee Nation does not stop, and it does not slow, even in the midst of a global pandemic. We've all got to think ahead, generations ahead, about what kind of nation that we want. And the work that you do today, in the months ahead, and the years ahead, will determine what kind of a nation that we have. And I think we all want a nation in which our elders are taken care of. Our language is not only saved, but is a vital part of our lives. Our lifeways are something that's not only held in the minds and the hearts of our elders, but is something that is throughout all of our communities. I think we want a Cherokee Nation that is strong and is strong at the grassroots. So in the months, weeks, years ahead, let's work together to try to build that strength. If I can do anything to help you, I certainly want to do it. I know that CCO will always be there to help you along the way. But I think the best work that we can do is at the community level. And that's really dependent on your work. But based on what we've seen in recent years, based on even what we've heard at this conference, there is a great deal of strength at the community level. And you all are leaders in that regard. And as I said this morning, you have my deepest admiration for the work that you do. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to CCO. And I wish you the best this evening, and I wish you the best in the future. Widow.
Thank you, Chief Hoskin Jr. Widow. Our prayers will be with you and your administration, with your family, and we thank you for your time that you are always available to be with our people. So thank you, Chief Widow. Brad Wagnon is a lifelong resident of the Gideon community and an enrolled citizen of the Cherokee Nation. He is a graduate of Tahlequah High School and Northeastern State University, where he received his bachelor's degree in criminal justice and Native American studies. Brad taught Cherokee history, culture, and language at Tahlequah High School for 10 years and has worked for CCO as their cultural outreach person since June of 2015. Brad's position as community outreach coordinator put him in contact with Cherokee citizens all over the United States. He is a retired lieutenant on the Gideon Fire Department, where he began as a firefighter in 2005. He is the author of 3 children's books. I love this. How the World Was Made, a Cherokee Story, coming August of 2021. The Land of the Great Turtles, coming August 21. And The First Fire, a Cherokee Story, 7th Generation, 2020. These books are based on traditional Cherokee stories. He and his wife live on his family's land in Gideon, and his favorite thing to do is spend time with his family. I've so enjoyed getting to know Brad, and he's an outstanding person, an asset to this organization, CCO, an asset to Cherokee Nation. So at this time, I'm honored to turn this program over to our good friend, Brad. Take it away, Brad.
Well, Mark, just want to say thank you and well to everybody for joining us today. We have a limited amount of time, and most of you know me, and if you don't, Mark did a wonderful job introducing me. So I'm going to get right to what we're going to do this evening for the next 20-30 minutes. We're going to give our Community Impact Awards for 2021. Now, this has been a unique year, and some of the awards mean different things this year than they did a couple years ago. You'll see that when we're talking about the awards and why each organization was given an award. So I'm going to get right into it. Our Community Impact Awards for 2021. Our first award this evening is the Mead Volunteerism Award for a local community. That award will go to Rural Communities Initiative Foundation. RCIF has worked very closely this year with our CCO volunteer program, which the volunteer program was actually started by Mary Mead, who the person this award is named after. The RCIF has worked with the volunteer program to help complete projects for Cherokee speakers and elders in their communities as well as in neighboring communities. They've stepped up to do projects when we could not do them, or when their people in their community were in need. This was everything from replacing stoves and different appliances, as well as helping build handicap ramps and do minor repairs to homes. So we want to thank Rural Communities Initiative Foundation and give them the Mary Mead Volunteerism Award. The Mary Mead Volunteerism Award for at-large goes to an individual, and that individual is David Crawford. David Crawford has been a consistent and enthusiastic leader with the Mount Hood Cherokees for some time. His advocacy for his community has been inspiring. David and the Mount Hood Cherokees have always been excellent hosts for their sister community, and for CCO and the chief when we come out there, I might add, ensuring that all programs are successful. David can always be counted on when there is a need, and his communication skills have ensured strong relationship with the Mount Hood Cherokees and Cherokee Nation. We're very grateful to David for his service to our people. So the Mary Mead Volunteerism Award at large goes to David Crawford. The Best in Technology Award for a local organization goes to Mid-County Community Organization. Now, this is one of those awards that means a little bit different this year than it did last year. Mid-County Community Organization has been on the forefront of using the latest technology to combat COVID-19. They've provided a hypochlorous solution to others in Adair County. They actually got a tank and a trailer that they can come and fill up with hypochlorous solution and provide that to other folks in Adair County. They've also recently finished their building in the Barron community, Adair County. So we want to give the Best in Technology Award for a local organization to Mid-County Community Organization. Best in Technology Award for at-large goes to the Mount Hood Cherokee community based in Portland, Oregon. They have an excellent e-newsletter, group email, and maintain an active Facebook page. Recently, during the pandemic, they've adopted consistent use of Zoom to stay connected to their members. Mount Hood Cherokees, using the tools afforded today, keep their members and the Cherokee Nation informed of their activities. So we'll go to the Mount Hood Cherokee community for the Best in Technology Award at large. Our next award is the Hunger Fighters Award, and our local community for the Hunger Fighters Award is Tri-Community Web Organization. Tri-Community Web Organization is based in Briggs, Oklahoma, and serves the Welling, Eldon, and Briggs communities. They have served thousands of meals during the COVID pandemic and worked with a wide range of partners to ensure the food security of their communities that they serve. So the Hunger Fighters Award local goes to Tri-Community Web Organization. The Hunger Fighters Award at large goes to the Cherokee community of Central California. This organization has been involved with the Waste Hunger Not Food program. They take the food from schools and distribute it to the nearby needy and homeless. They have given out lots of food even before COVID. One time they also had a 1,700-gallon ice cream giveaway. Through a local church ministry and Celebrate Recovery, they have ministered to the homeless camps on the Kern River and located a doctor that donates free Narcan for the homeless. So the Hunger Fighters Award at large goes to the Cherokee community of Central California. Our Best in Reporting Award local organization goes to the Indian Women's Pocahontas Club. We can always count on time and accurate reports from the Indian Women's Pocahontas Club. It's a vital part of us keeping our grants open and transparent to see the receipts and the different things that the Indian Women's Pocahontas Club is doing. They also have a great newsletter where they keep us informed of the happenings within their organization. So our Best in Reporting goes to the Indian Women's Pocahontas Club. Best in Reporting at large goes to the Capital City Cherokees. The Capital City Cherokees are very diligent in submitting their annual reports. These reports, including their updated board contact information, as well as annual membership reports, are a vital part of CCO and of our record keeping. So the Best in Reporting goes to Capital City Cherokees at large. The Technical Assistance Award is usually given to the organizations that have the most technical assistance hours. Technical assistance hours these days have been a little bit different than normal. Most of them have been virtual hours. But the Technical Assistance Award for local organization goes to One Fire Association in Kenwood, Wickliffe. We have met several times one-on-one with the board of One Fire Association. We even got to meet with them in person a couple times during the times when the COVID pandemic was less active. And they're also planning for a new building at Kenwood. So we've met with them several times over that. So our Technical Assistance Award for local organization goes to One Fire Association. Our Technical Assistance Award for an at-large organization goes to the Kansas City Cherokee community. They were the first organization, at-large organization, to become a standalone 501c3. And Melissa McKee has taken great initiative to reach out and has been incredibly responsive through this process. They've also had Zoom webinars pretty much every month for cultural presentations. And so the Technical Assistance Award at large goes to Kansas City Cherokee community. Grant Writer of the Year Award for a local organization goes to Spavinaw Youth and Neighborhood Center. We can always count on grants written by Sync to be accurate and well organized. They might also be the longest grants that we have to read, but they give us all the information that we need, plus some, in order to give them grants and see what they are going to do with the money awarded to them. So the Grant Writer of the Year local goes to Spavinaw Youth Neighborhood Center. Grant Writer of the Year at large goes to Valley of the Sun Cherokees. Valley of the Sun Cherokees promptly and thoroughly completed their application for the RRR grant program this year, and they have shown that they have equally distributed their funds throughout their community. So Grant Writer of the Year for at-large, Valley of the Sun Cherokee. The next award is our Strong Hands Award, and this award is usually given to organizations that have completed big projects over the past year, and these are no exception. Our Strong Hands Award for local community goes to Native American Fellowship, Inc. NAFI has finished a remodel of their building through the Sustainable Communities Act program to make their building more efficient, and they have also completed a solar project through that same grant program. Native American Fellowship has always worked hard, and this year has been no exception. So the Strong Hands Award local goes to Native American Fellowship. Strong Hands at large goes to the Cherokee Citizens League of Southeast Texas. I'm happy to say that I got to see this project in action. In the immediate aftermath of the huge winter storm that impacted Houston in mid-February and led to the loss of power and water for many in the Houston area, Cherokee Nation via CCO reached out to the Cherokee Citizens League of Southeast Texas to organize a food distribution event in Houston. Within 24 hours, they were able to get that together, engage a local church, Grace Presbyterian Church, to serve as a distribution site. Together with the church, the West Chase District and Houston City Council Representative Greg Travis, the Cherokee Citizens League of Southeast Texas and CCO distributed food, milk, and water to close to 200 families. These efforts, in combination with the relief efforts around Hurricane Harvey in 2017, impressed the mayor and the city council. These efforts were recognized by the City of Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner with a mayoral proclamation on April 13, 2021 as Cherokee Nation Day in the City of Houston. So we want to say weldo to Cherokee Citizens League Southeast Texas and give them our Strong Hands Award. Our Cultural Perpetuation Award for local organization goes to Talbot Library and Museum. I've only been to Talbot Library and Museum once, but I can't say enough about the information that is contained there. I feel like this is a hidden gem for Cherokee culture and history. It's in Concord, and all I can say about Talbot Library Museum is if you haven't been and you're Cherokee, you need to go. So the Cultural Perpetuation Award goes to Talbot Library and Museum. Our Cultural Perpetuation Award for at-large goes to, for some reason, I do not have this written down. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to that one. Give me 1 second. We're going to continue on. I will do some research, figure out where that is. Our Community Partnership Award goes to, for local, goes to Rogers County Cherokee Organization and Cherokee Gadugi. These two are new sister communities. These two are new sister communities and became sister communities after our presentation on sister communities through our CCO leadership presentations. They have been very communicative with each other since then, and we give the Community Partnership Award to our new sister communities, Rogers County Cherokee Association and Cherokee Gadugi out of Fort Worth. Our next is our Above and Beyond Award. Our Above and Beyond Award is given to community organizations that go above and beyond in serving their communities, and usually community organizations that have completed special projects. Our Above and Beyond Award for local organization goes to Halbert Cherokee Community Organization. Halbert Cherokee Community Organization is working on state-of-the-art community building, and it will soon be completed, and they've put in lots and lots of hours working on their community building. Halbert Community Organization has also done several food giveaways during the COVID-19 pandemic, and always has a big turnout of volunteers as well as people to receive food donations. So our Above and Beyond Award goes to Halbert Cherokee Community Organization. Now I'm going to skip back up to our Cultural Perpetuation Award, and I apologize for not getting that in my notes. As always, my coworker Tammy has come to my rescue with assistance from our director Kevin. So the Cultural Perpetuation Award at large goes to Cherokee Community of Puget Sound. When COVID-19 shut everything down, President Joseph Warren immediately started WebEx meetings. He also created a language study group prior to COVID-19 that meets weekly for 1 hour. They have kept our monthly meetings, and our weekly meetings are a great opportunity to get together for a couple hours and speak on various topics. They always have Cherokee and cultural topic. They had presentations from Chief Hoskin, storytelling, Cherokee language discussions, Cherokee clothing presentation by Tanya Weevil, and the history of Dwight Mission and other boarding schools, along with presentations from Cherokee National Treasures. So we're glad to give our Cultural Perpetuation Award to the Cherokee Community of Puget Sound. All right, back to our next Above and Beyond Award. Our Above and Beyond Award for at large goes to the Kansas City Cherokee community. During the pandemic, Kansas City Cherokee community has strived to keep their community informed and connected while taking the proper safety precautions. The community excels in keeping local Cherokees informed of local food banks, utility assistance, local IHS medical and health clinics, Cherokee Nation updates, and Cherokee school clothes funds. Some of the Kansas City Cherokee board members, with their own money, have purchased food and supplies for housebound Cherokee elders and families in need. And through a grant through Cherokee Nation, Kansas City Cherokee were able to mail out $50 grocery gift cards to Cherokee families in need. Assistance was offered to anyone struggling to complete the application, and phone calls were made to any and all Kansas City Cherokee community members to notify them of the grant. Through Cherokee Nation, they were able to give out scholarship funds to 3 recipients. And Kansas City Cherokee community mails out the newsletter, and they have an interactive Facebook page and YouTube channel to keep their community informed. Kansas City Cherokee community with the Above and Beyond Award at large. Our Youth Leadership Award, our local community, goes to the Stillwell Public Library Friends Society. The Public Library Friends Society always has wonderful programs for the youth at the library there in Stillwell, and have even helped with a children's wing for the Stillwell Public Library. So our Youth Leadership Award goes to Stillwell Public Library Friends Society. Our Youth Leadership Award for at-large goes to a couple of brothers, Alexander and Nicholas Campbell. Alex and Nick have come up with an initiative for the perpetuation of Cherokee language and culture to help educate and motivate not only youth but Cherokee citizens. They will give workshops at different schools during the fall. They have given these workshops to 5th grade classes and a Native American Youth Center in San Francisco at an Indigenous Youth Summer Camp. They have also presented at the Sequoia Birthplace Museum and are starting an initiative for Cherokee youth to learn the syllabary as part of the celebration of the 200th anniversary of Sequoia's invention of the syllabary. So the Youth Leadership Award at large goes to Alexander and Nicholas Campbell. Our Mission Accomplished Award is given to organizations who have completed a large project, usually through our community work program. And this year, the Mission Accomplished Award for a local organization goes to Mid-County Community Organization. As I mentioned earlier, Mid-County has not only been on top of things as far as the COVID pandemic, but they have also completed their community building in the Barron community in Adair County, the Cherokee Nation. So our Mission Accomplished Award goes to Mid-County Community Organization. Our Mission Accomplished at-large award goes to the Cherokees of the Greater Central Valley. Cherokees of the Greater Central Valley and Fresno have still managed to have language instruction at every meeting that they've had, and several have made individual concerted efforts to study the language even throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. So we want to give the Mission Accomplished Award at large to the Cherokees of the Greater Central Valley. Our next award is our Community Inspiration Award. For local organization, the Community Inspiration Award goes to the Marble City Food Pantry and Youth Services. Marble City Food Pantry, as you can tell in the name, has a mission of making sure that Cherokees in their community have food security, and this year they have done the same. They combine their regular food giveaways with Cherokee Nation food giveaways for emergency food during the pandemic, and they have continued with their mission and partnered with Cherokee Nation every step of the way to make sure that the citizens in Marble City and the surrounding areas are always fed. So our Community Inspiration Award for local goes to the Marble City Food Pantry and Youth Services. Our Community Inspiration Award at large goes to the Cherokee Township of San Antonio. The Cherokee Township of San Antonio, like the Southeastern Texas organization, were affected by February's winter storm in Texas. They also, a couple days after the food giveaway in Houston, food, milk, and water was delivered to San Antonio, who also partnered with a local church in order to do a food giveaway for Cherokee citizens and citizens in need in their area. So the Community Inspiration Award at large goes to the Cherokee Township of San Antonio. We've just got a few more, and I think I'm doing pretty good on time here. I was a bit worried about that. Our Lifetime Achievement Awards are the next awards, and these awards are given to individuals within our community organizations who have went above and beyond to help their communities. So our Lifetime Achievement Award for our local organization goes to Bill Davis Native American Fellowship. I could say a ton of things about Bill. Bill is always at NAFI, even when he doesn't feel so well or have time, he is always there in South Coffeyville at the building, whether it's leading the efforts in remodeling or whether it's running the food pantry, Bill is always there. If it says anything about Bill, if I need to know something that's going on in the Cherokee Nation in South Coffeyville area, Bill is the person that I call. So we want to give our Lifetime Achievement Award to Bill Davis of Native American Fellowship. Our Lifetime Achievement Award at large, we want to give to John Gritz of the Colorado Cherokee Circle. John Gritz has lived a life of service to Native people. The Cherokee belief of being an example and helping others is John's way of life. John has represented the Colorado Cherokee Circle admirably and his consistent presence and always willing to lend a hand. He has ensured a good relationship exists between the Colorado Cherokee Circle and other Cherokee communities as well as the Cherokee Nation. We're grateful to John for his leadership and service. So our Lifetime Achievement Award at large goes to John Gritz. Our Cherokee Language Perpetuation Award, we just have one this year, and that one goes to the Greater Wichita Area Cherokee Community. Greater Wichita, I believe, has had a very strong community involvement in their Cherokee language programs and have a local person that teaches their Cherokee language classes. COVID has slowed down participation a little bit, but has not stopped the interest of many folks in learning the Cherokee language with the Greater Wichita Area Cherokee Community. So they get our award for Cherokee Language Perpetuation. All right, so our last two awards are Organization of the Year awards. We have one for local and one for at-large. Our Organization of the Year for local organizations is Rural Communities Initiative Foundation. RCIF, as I said earlier, has gone above and beyond to work with our CCO volunteer program, as well as went out on their own to do volunteer projects. They have a group of people that have different specialties that can fix things in people's houses. They've been asked to go mow lawns and different things like that, and they've always been willing to do so. Rural Communities Initiative Foundation also partnered with the Bellefonte Community Organization this year and have a new community building, Sally Bird 7-Star Community Building there in Bellefonte. And they are using that building right now while the COVID pandemic is going on for food distribution and things like that for their community. Can't say enough about Rural Communities Initiative Foundation and the work that they have done this year. So our Organization of the Year local is the Rural Communities Initiative Foundation. Our Organization of the Year at large is the Cherokee Community of the Inland Empire. Cherokee Community of the Inland Empire are always great hosts to the chief and the CCO when we go out there and visit them. And they are also one of the oldest at-large community organizations that is still active. They celebrated their 14th year as a Cherokee community organization this year. Cherokee Community of the Inland Empire is our Organization of the Year at large. So that's our awards for this evening. And I want to thank everybody for being here and for listening through that long list. We want to congratulate our winners, and I want to hand the rest of the program over to our Director of CCO, Kevin Stretch, to close us out. Wado.
Siona God, Kevin Stretch Dawado. I would like to start by recognizing the At-Large Advisory Committee. It's something that they've been in office a little over a year, and they include Patsy Edgar, Wade McAllister, Bruce West, and Cynthia Ruiz. So they continue to serve us well on the Chiefs At-Large Advisory Committee. So anyway, this is our 17th conference. Can you believe it? CCO is honored to host today's conference and tonight's event. Honored that you would entrust us with your valuable time. These days we realize how precious that's a precious commodity, time. I'm like a proud parent by stating I think we really had another excellent event. The presenters are top-notch, passionate, and largely majority Cherokee citizens. I do believe that we put on a conference at the highest level that you would find anywhere on a major market. It's been a long day, and we're all suffering from Zoom fatigue and information overload. Well, we all miss and prefer in-person events, so we can break bread and have close personal fellowships, and so I can, also sneak a few selfies on poorly secured smartphones, which, by the way, I've done today among the staff members that are here. So anyway, we miss traveling to your organizations and sharing and exchange knowledge on the reservation and at large, and we miss you traveling to the Cherokee Nation. I will reiterate what I said this morning, and that is you community members, you organizational leaders, each of you are heroes. You are the frontline workers in your communities. You have helped folks in your area kept them from starving. You helped them avoid this deadly virus. You planned, developed, and implemented construction, purchased equipment, added technologies to better serve your people in preparedness for future emergencies in concert with the Cherokee Nation. Our little conference might be the only recognition that you receive, but believe me, you are needed, you are respected, and you are loved. So for that, I give you an Utan Wado. The staff at CCO continue to work hard toward the success of our mission, and that's to support and assist your organizations every year, every day, so that you can achieve your goals. So I'd like to go around the room. I did this last year, and I'll introduce everyone. And this is Tammy Miller. She is the manager of administrative operations, and Tammy has been at Cherokee Nation for forever. I think she was 10 when she started. So anyway, she knows the answer to all of our questions. Anyway, here's Mary Stevenson. She's the admin special assistant. So Mary takes care. I know Mary and Tammy all have pitched in to cover for a position that we haven't filled. So anyway, here somewhere is Mary Campbell, and she's our special projects officer for finance. I'm going to run down here, try not to trip. Here's Brad. As you notice, we have socially separated tables, and so we don't wear masks at the tables, but we wear them otherwise. Here is Vince Feeling. Vince is a technical assistant specialist along with Savannah Smith, who at this time last year was about 12 months pregnant, maybe less. Anyway, Savannah and Vince assist all of your organizations as well. So they're a great bunch. Who you didn't see today are Abraham Bearpaw and Donnie Squirrel, who take care of cultural issues. Sammy Eagle, Josh Allen, and Dale Sixkiller man the volunteer program that help elders and speakers and disabled around the Cherokee Nation. And Mark Parman, who does he's our number cruncher, our outcomes measurement person. So these fine people work and worry tirelessly over ways to help your organization to achieve the fullness you desire, and I'm proud to be a part of that team. CCO has a very small staff, but we carry huge responsibilities for community and culture. We work almost daily with, and I'm going to read this whole list because the administration along with the Tribal Council, contact us constantly about issues that we need to look into and help, and better ways that we can serve you. So Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr., Deputy Chief Brian Warner, Secretary of State and my boss, Tina Glory Jordan, Chief of Staff Todd Enlow, Secretary of Natural Resources Chad Harsha, former Treasurer Traylena Scott, Attorney General Sarah Hill, Secretary of Veterans Affairs Joe Crittenden, as well as countless Cherokee Nation departments, contractors, local businesses, and vendors. And it's an honor for us to serve your organizational leaders who in turn serve the Cherokee citizens and the general population in your communities on the reservation and at large. So we work, I can't explain how closely we work with everyone. So we, like you, have big plans, and together in traditional Gadugi fashion, we will continue to build on the legacy handed down to us so our progeny will have a better life with better opportunities than we had. So be smart, be safe, guard each other's existence like a mother guards a child, and hold each other in high regard. So until next time, Dodo Dago Ha'i Adon.